It's the 2K Sports Pregame Show.
Hello, basketball fans. I'm Ernie Johnson, welcoming you to 2K Sports. I'm here with Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. And in our matchup tonight, we'll see the Boston Celtics going up against the Milwaukee Bucks at BMO Harris Bradley Center. Well, for the Bucks, the game tonight marks their second of 4 meetings they will play this season, and they come into this one feeling pretty good after winning the last time they met. And we expected Giannis Antetokounmpo to continue to improve.
Say that 3 times, fans.
And we expected Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Oh, that's twice.
And we expected Giannis Antetokounmpo
Very
to continue
good.
to improve. But what a leap he took last year, putting up huge numbers across the board. Guys, he looks like a superstar in this league, doesn't he, Shaq?
Ernie, OMW.
OMW.
Oh, my wow. There's nothing that this kid can't do on the floor.
Oh, my
Height,
wow.
Speed, length. He's impossible to guard.
Wow.
OMW.
OMW is for true, for sure. And there's no limit to how good this guy could be.
What's his name?
OMW.
Oh, the Greek Freak.
Oh, my wow.
Giannis the Greek Freak. That's how I call it.
Tip-off coming up shortly. Time to send it to Kevin.
His mama named him the Greek
Harlan.
Freak. I'm going to call him the Greek Freak.
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
I never wanna waste your time. My life, so precious. Is yours, is mine. And look at the time. My God, so precious. Is yours, is mine.
Welcome, everyone, to this 2K Sports broadcast live in Milwaukee at BMO Harris Bradley Center. This is Kevin Harlan alongside Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. DA will join us tonight on the sideline. The Milwaukee Bucks come into this one after the win against the Charlotte Hornets.
And it could have been a lot closer than it was down the stretch, though. They were terrific.
Yeah, I thought they did a great job closing the door and keeping it out of reach at the end.
And David Aldridge is standing by for our pregame report. David, good evening.
Well, guys, Giannis Antetokounmpo came to the NBA as an unheralded 19-year-old from Greece, but he's been a quick study at the NBA level. One reason? He actually takes notes. He said, "We all make mistakes and your mind can't remember them all. I write what I did wrong and what worked. I'm going to keep it going. Someday I'll have a collection." That dedication, Kevin, the sky is the limit for the Greek Freak.
Boy, that's fascinating stuff, DA. Thank you so much. What better way to learn from your mistakes? Clark, having a deep rotation, a strong bench sure helps a team in so many ways, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does. I think it allows you to keep constant pressure on the opposition when you have a deep bench that's capable. It just puts a lot of pressure on the opponent. And it also keeps your guys fresh and engaged. Not just fresh physically, but engaged mentally as well.
Ready to go? Ready to go?
And so off the tip, it's Boston. Tatum passes to Horford, and a dunk by Horford.
Yeah, I like how Tatum surveys the floor. Great at looking for his teammates, especially when they're open.
And now the opening lineup for Boston. Smart and Brown outside on the wings. Tatum out there with Horford, and it's Irving at the 1 spot. Here's Snell. Passes it to Maker. Tries again. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
And Antetokounmpo just, showing you once again what an all-around superb talent he is. He really moves that ball on offense.
And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. That one on Smart.
Wow, he got whacked on that one. Shouldn't be much debate there.
Blatant contact, straightforward call, simple.
And good on the second, so he makes them both. Malcolm Brogdon, a second-round pick out of the University of Virginia. What a find, Greg, he has been, and you love that he can fill in at either guard spot.
And you get the feeling Brogdon was overlooked for being a 4-year player in college. Has the passing and vision of a point guard, scores well enough from inside and out to play off the ball as well. And it doesn't even matter that he's surrounded on that possession. He's got the size to pull those boards down anyway.
Chalk up 2 there.
And Tatum knows how to find his guys in their spots now. A solid passer at his position.
Poke loose. And now Irving pushing it up. No one back to stop him. That one good for 2. Irving's got his second bucket of the night.
And early on, they've been nearly perfect from the floor. Just the one miss here on their first 5 attempts.
To the inside, and the dunk by Maker.
Major posterization right there, guys. The defender gave him up way too much height. All he could do was try to get out of the picture.
Here's Tatum. Rebounded by Maker.
Oh, great effort there. That's how you defend the paint.
Exactly. Can't play it any better than that, Greg.
To the paint. Here's Antetokounmpo, and a great assist by Brogdon as that one goes in. Antetokounmpo's got his first points of the game. Here's Tatum.
Oh! I tell you what, don't sleep on Tatum. He has some ups, and I love seeing him trying to electrify the crowd.
Special thanks to Under Armour for that sweet replay. Look at that jam.
Wow. Come on now, bring the thunder, rock that rim. How about the flash by Antetokounmpo? I mean, just an insanely talented athlete who loves to punish that rim. Great assist that time by Kyrie Irving.
The Bucks trail. There's Brogdon. First quarter of play, we're about 3 minutes in. Horford attacking.
And that's how you make a steal count. Turn it into a quick slam at the other end.
It was really a case, it looked like Greg Anthony right there, if I can say so. It was really a case of a great defensive play triggering some instant offense.
Yeah, I remember GA as an irritant, and this guy, much like Greg, creating havoc out there.
In the corner, Smart with it. And he's good on the 3 ball. Smart's got 5.
And that's good stuff from him. Nice touch.
Just over 3.5 minutes gone here in the first. Pass to Brogdon. Maker with a screen for Brogdon. Off the screen, trying his luck deep, and Tatum pulls it down. Celtics leading by 5. And he's fouled on the shot. 1 free throw coming up.
Oh, this is the kind of start they were hoping for.
Yeah, shots falling, off to a very good start offensively as a result.
And a closer look here at the scoring breakdown for the Celtics.
Tell you what, guys, they're showing us a lot of energy early on and racking up those fast break points.
Yeah, and one thing, Clark, I've noticed is how quick their hands have been tonight. Thanks to that, they've gotten a lot of points off of turnover.
And that one misses. Well, Clark, as we were just talking about, it's an early part of the season, and teams are still adjusting to the players they've got on these rosters. And if you're a coach, how worried are you about wins and losses at this point of the season?
Well, you're always conscious of wins and losses. That's what you're judged on. But you also have to be balanced in your approach, understanding it's a long season and that you're going to be foremanning throughout the season as a team coming together, and that takes time. You just can't rush it. So you can't major in the minors. You got to keep your eye on the big picture and keep working towards who and what you think your team can become.
Count that one.
Resplendent release on the floater. When executed correctly, it's a beautiful, effective shot.
The kick out to Brown. From the stripe. Hits the front of the rim and out.
Boy, they ran the offense well to get this look. Even though he missed it, I think they liked the shot.
Buries the long-range jumper.
Middleton really is an amazing shooter. Absolutely amazing, especially from long distance.
Irving nails the 16-footer. Irving's got 8.
And at 4 or 5 now, a nice start. I mean, he looks ready to make an impact offensively. So far, so good.
Brogdon kicks to Middleton. And Brown over to help. Tipped away. Back to Brogdon. Al Horford with the rebound.
And that's solid defense, rock solid, contesting without fouling. Well done.
Yeah, getting theirs before the defense can set up.
Perfect execution. That's how you take advantage of a transition opportunity.
The feed to Antetokounmpo, and a great assist by Brogdon as that one goes in. Brogdon's got 3 assists in the game. And slam dunk by Tatum.
Love when Tatum puts it on the floor now. Superb at driving right to the basket and has excellent speed to get there.
And Tatum over to help. Antetokounmpo with the ball. Now guarded by Tatum. That's going to be over and back. Not watching for the line that time. Irving against Brogdon. The shot's good from Irving. He's got 10.
That makes it 10 of their last 12 coming from inside the paint.
And Milwaukee calls their first time out of the game. Watching Jason Tatum, it's hard to find many faults in his game, Greg. He's strong inside and out and plays both ends of the floor equally well.
Yeah, kind of a jack of all trades, right, and master of none. He does everything reasonably well on the basketball floor, just doesn't do anything great. Having said that, though, Tatum is one of those guys that I think improves the overall IQ of your team, and terrific size at his position.
Yeah, he's got to make some adjustments here. Just too easy to score in the lane against them right now.
Yeah, there's no reason why they should be scoring at will down there easily as they have. I mean, they've got to be more aggressive inside.
And just who is providing all the playmaking here tonight? Let's look at the breakdown between the front and back court for the Celtics.
Well, you love to see your front court that really is so gifted with the ball. Great vision, court awareness. They have been a major part of the offensive flow in this game, and what a luxury to have bigs that can pass.
Now Brogdon. 6 points for him. And they double up on Antetokounmpo. Maker dishes to Antetokounmpo. A rebound by the Celtics. They are coming into this having notched a win against the Knicks in their last game.
And once they established that flow offensively, really never got any resistance from the D.
And, you know, Greg, they were sinking shots left and right, and that's got to be demoralizing for the defense. They were in a real zone.
Up off the screen, and Antetokounmpo slams it in.
I tell you what, it's absolutely foolish and futile to let Antetokounmpo get space to sprint towards the rim. I mean, the dunks he jams home are just downright filthy, ugly, nasty, wicked.
At the elbow, Maker. Back to Brogdon. He dishes it to Middleton. 6 to shoot. A step-back shot here. And the shot no good, a bit short. Boston leading by 10. Kicks it to Irving. Wants to get it to Smart and does. Bucket is good. Smart's got 7.
Defensively, giving up far too many open rhythm looks.
And to battle back, they've got to shore up the defense. I mean, there's no other way to come back from a deficit unless you play good defense.
And it's Antetokounmpo penetrating. And that one is good. 10 points for him.
He's simply a machine at the offensive end. I wonder how far behind they'd be if he wasn't having this kind of quarter.
Smart kicks to Horford. Good, and Smart gets the assist. Smart's got his 3rd assist on the night.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
And on the flip side, Greg, the defenders have to show more fight on the interior. They've got to offer more resistance here. Yeah, and he's connecting on a lot of his shots here, shooting a high percentage from the field, really giving his team a boost.
And they're moving it up. Middleton for 3. Rebound, Boston. Their last encounter was in Boston.
And their last time against this club, they really fell short
at the free throw line.
Yeah, and that was the difference, really. I mean, you think about it, they didn't knock him down at the same rate, and that hurt him.
Snell, the pass to Antetokounmpo. Back to Snell. Right side, Antetokounmpo to the middle. Here's Brogdon. No good there, and that would have cut it to single digits. On the wing, Brown. Lays it up off the glass. Brown's got his second bucket of the night.
That's their third straight make off an assist.
Antetokounmpo kicks to Brogdon. Knocks down the three ball.
How on earth did they let him get that wide open?
Here's Irving. It falls through, making him 6 for 11 in the game.
He is in the zone. There's a reason he keeps getting the ball. They're feeding him because they trust him to lead their team.
Timeout called the Bucks. Clark, a lot of former players had a specific instance when they knew they were special, the way they played the game of basketball. Did you ever have a moment like that where you realized that you could make it as a player?
Yeah, there was a time when that became more realistic to me, Kevin. And I grew up in Cleveland, and during the summers, a lot of the Cleveland Cavaliers would stay in the area and play pickup basketball to stay in shape. And I got a chance to bump heads with a lot of those guys, Jim Jones and the late Terry Furlow, Austin Carr, Bingo Smith, Mike Mitchell. And I was only 15, 16 years old. And while those guys were going at half speed, it gave me the encouragement that I might be able to get to where they were if I continued to work hard and stay healthy. So at 15 or 16, during one of those summers, I began to realize that I might have a chance to realize the dream of being an NBAer.
A different look for Milwaukee. Monroe comes in for Thon Maker, and it's Matthew Dellavedova in for Tony Snell. Here's Antetokounmpo. He's got 10. To the inside. And Monroe, a bucket on the assist by Antetokounmpo.
Man, I love how intense Monroe is in the paint. If he has the ball close to the bucket, he's thinking about scoring every time, which is how you should think when you're inside.
And jumping out like this, man, you automatically start thinking blowout.
Yeah, you know, it's early for sure, but still, they're flat out owning this team right now.
Dellavedova dishes to Monroe. Back to Dellavedova. Milwaukee with a fresh 24. Middleton the pass to Dellavedova. Tipped away, and it's out of bounds. The Bucks able to retain possession here.
All right, a chance to check out some stats for Brogdon. Last season's performance for him. Put up about 10 points per game, 4 assists, and 3 rebounds. And some pretty good numbers, guys. He's certainly making a contribution.
Better than expected. He still has a ways to go. I like what I'm seeing right now.
Middleton inside the three-point line. Nice teamwork to set up the pick play and make the space for the J.
The obvious work ethic of Middleton on full display there. I mean, the quick release off the pass, which leaves the defense without much to do.
And from the opening tip, they just crushed it. You see it now on the scoreboard.
Clearly in great rhythm. They've got it going on, I mean, in a big way. Excellent job at establishing a huge lead early on.
Here's Ojale, and the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
Methodical in their approach. They have absolutely owned this first quarter.
And I tell you what, Greg, they've worked hard for this lead. Their play calling has been superb, and the execution even better.
It's 2-on-1. And the basket by Rozier. Rozier's got his first bucket in this one.
And offensively, they've done a great job here of staying in rhythm.
Well, I tell you what, Greg, their offense has really been productive this half, and I absolutely love the shots they've taken so far.
Now here is Dellavedova. He's covered closely. Here's Smart, and slam dunk by Smart.
And that pattern continues, guys. Another heat check, another log on the fire.
Well, they're scorching right now. I mean, the defense has to be concerned. Nothing they're doing is stopping this run.
Ball's knocked loose. Stolen by Smart. Jumps up. And the jam by Smart.
And I think that play sort of sums up what we've seen tonight. Just simply being outplayed both sides of the ball. Smart basketball defensively, turning into easy points.
Here's Brogdon. No good, unable to end this run.
He's still fighting it, and sometimes the harder you try, the worse it gets. He's trying to get in the rhythm, but right now he's playing hard, but he's hurting his team.
Here's Middleton, and the Bucks miss again. The shot and game clock separated by 4, and 2 shots coming up at the line as it gets fouled on the shot.
Hey, you got to know the scouting report. Tatum is always looking to attack. I mean, he's great at drawing contact on his way to the rim.
Mirza Teletovic is checked in for Chris Middleton, and that trip coming up empty, missing both. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
They get a hand on it, and stolen by Tatum. All alone, and slam dunk by Tatum.
Yeah, I tell you what, Tatum really good, Kevin, at getting out in transition and taking advantage of what the defense gives you.
No one near Teletovic as he lets it go, and a great assist by Antetokounmpo as that one goes in. Antetokounmpo's got assist number 8 here in this one already. Domination in the first quarter. It's been pretty lopsided. Boston on top. They finish off the first quarter with a massive 16-7 run. And we'll get going after this from the BMO Harris Bradley Center. Welcome back, everyone. A lopsided first quarter in the books already as we start this second quarter. And, guys, we've seen the Celtics really take control here.
I mean, a huge lead, and already after this first quarter, they're starting to make it look easy.
Yeah, like an avalanche, Greg, overpowering the defense on the majority of their possessions.
Here's Dellavedova. He's had some playing time, but no scoring yet from him.
And the Celtics leadership, very pragmatic. IT and Crowder both beloved in Boston, but they didn't hesitate to move them to get better and younger at the same time.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's the second quarter of play. Setting the floor for the Bucks, we've got Brogdon. Monroe is out there with Mirza Teletovic. Then it's Matthew Dellavedova, and it's Antetokounmpo in at the 3 slot.
You know, at 6'11", Greg Monroe is no easy cover, especially given his soft shooting touch from mid-range.
And thinking about the Celtics' choice to get younger, perhaps a strategic move in response to the super team in Golden State. They want to construct their team to peak in a few years when the Warriors start to show a little chink in the armor moving forward.
And Boston has possession. Boston leading by 18. Down low, here's Smart. 6 for 6. He's yet to miss from the field.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
Inside, and it's out of bounds. The Bucks able to retain possession here.
And here we get a chance to check out the story on Giannis Antetokounmpo. He's coming off an excellent season. 6th in blocks, 11th in steals, and he was among the top 20 rebounders in the league. Never shy about throwing his weight around in the paint.
Great anticipation and timing. That's how he ended up a top 10 shot blocker.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
Purposeful passing it is, partner. Their last 10 points have all come off assists.
Now the fast break. Tatum with the ball. Again, the Celtics good for 2.
And really keeping the ball hopping around here offensively.
The last 5 trips they've had have ended with a great pass leading to a basket. They're really sharing the sugar.
Dellavedova kicks to Monroe. Back to Dellavedova. 3-pointer. He can't get that one. Now the Celtics take it the other way. They get to take on the Heat at Miami after this one. That'll be the second of this 2-game road trip. Nice shot by Smart.
And that pattern continues, guys. Another heat check, another log on the fire.
Well, they're scorching right now. I mean, the defense has to be concerned. Nothing they're doing is stopping this run.
It really does make the game easy for your teammates when you can lead them to the rim that well with a pass.
You know, Greg Monroe's a very talented big guy out of Georgetown. Is more comfortable facing up to the basket and can hurt you with the mid-range game, but also a pretty strong rebounder and interior defender, too.
Dellavedova dishes to Teletovic. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
And this is how Teletovic plays. I mean, a physical forward who's not shying away from contact.
And they're getting to the line a lot in this quarter, guys, and it hasn't been by accident.
Yeah, I don't think it's an accident that aggressiveness correlates with playing better. So the aggressiveness is starting to pay off.
The shot by Ojale, no good.
No one to blame on that one but himself. You get looks like that, you've got to take advantage.
They get the rebound. That's tipped. Lays it up and in off the pretty assist. Ojale's got his 3rd basket of the night.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
You know, the defense, Greg, has really been kept off balance because of the outstanding passes. 4 straight field goals have been made off an assist.
Timeout called, the Bucks. And a lot of scorers in the NBA just demand so much attention when they have the ball. Which players you think, Clark, in your eyes, gets the most attention from a defense?
Well, I mean, how about the MVP of last season, Russell Westbrook? I mean, you can't take your eyes off of him when you're watching the game and certainly when you're playing against him. And you've got to know where Steph Curry is at all times, whether he has the ball or not. He's that dangerous. And James Harden is one of those guys who's a magnet for attention as well. And you always can throw LeBron James in any conversation about most watched players or most focused on players.
And a look here at the shot chart for the Celtics.
And this is what happens when you are having a tremendous offensive game. They are getting great looks and knocking down shots all over the floor. I don't think we're going to see them deviate from this approach from here on out. They've got the recipe for success.
Second quarter of play with almost 3 minutes gone. Here's Antetokounmpo. Antetokounmpo can't get that one to fall. Boston leading by 22. Here's Ojale.
Oh, goodness. Talk about bringing the heat, the thunder, and the lightning on that pound.
Oh, let's go home. That was just ridiculous.
I do not remember the last time I saw a dunk like that in a game.
And, guys, it's going to be a long time before we see another one just like that.
Antetokounmpo, and Baines pulls it down. Baines has got 3 rebounds now in this one. Nice shot by Smart.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
And Smart over to help. Here's Monroe. They grab their own miss. Another shot. Got him with the pump fake, but couldn't finish. For Boston, they've gone 8 of 9 in the second quarter. Very nearly perfect from the field. And at 6'4", 220, Marcus Smart with terrific strength for a combo guard, Greg.
I mean, he can just flat out bully most guards and even hold his own against the bigs. Beyond, though, that physical stature, it's his mentality that makes him special. He's a fire breather, just the type of player the Celtics look for.
Tony Snell's checked in for the Bucks. Al Horford, he's checked in for the Celtics. Jaylen Brown comes in for Tatum. Snell, the pass to Antetokounmpo, and they double up Antetokounmpo. 5 to shoot. Monroe with a screen on Horford. Dellavedova from outside knocks down the 3-ball.
You know, whether he's passing or shooting, Kevin, off the pick, Dellavedova is a handful because he's crafty, he's got good size and strength, and he does just enough to keep the defense honest.
Here's Snell, guarded by Smart. Snell kicks to Monroe. Dellavedova from outside. Ojeleye grabs the rebound.
Solid rebound there, and with the score like it is, that's an area where they can't afford to get lazy.
Yeah, another column in the stat sheet that hasn't gone in their favor. To climb back, they've got to put forth more effort.
Here's Antetokounmpo. Second shot opportunity. And finally they hit one. Antetokounmpo's got 14 points.
Man, I actually love the competitive spirit of Antetokounmpo. I mean, never quits on the glass. Always keeps coming. Always looking for that second chance opportunity for his team.
Dellavedova kicks to Snell. And Brown over to help. Snell dishes to Teletovic. He feeds it to Dellavedova. Off target from three-point range.
Not sure why he keeps trying his luck from deep here. It's just not his night. And good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
Dime-dropping delights is what I call it.
That is a nice pass. I will give you that one.
Yeah, he was on the money, that's no doubt. There's the dish to Teletovic. Off the mark there with the three-point shot.
And just not able to find the target from three-point range here in the second quarter, although he did knock down one in the first.
Boy, there's a lot to like about the attitude of Brown. If he sees a fast break opportunity, he's taking full advantage of it in a heartbeat.
And he's been way off the mark this quarter. It's been ugly.
Here's Smart. On the night, he's gone 2 for 2 at the stripe.
And converted more than 4 out of every 5 free throw attempts last year. So just solid at the line.
Yeah, those were fine numbers he posted at the line. It was hard to find fault with anything he did from the stripe.
Looking at who's out there now for the Bucks. John Henson's checked in for Monroe. Thon Maker comes in for Mirza Teletovic. And Middleton subbed in for Antetokounmpo. And Clark, as you watch the game at both the college and pro levels over the years, what has been the biggest change for you in your view of that?
Well, you know what, Kevin? There are a couple of things. The athleticism. The real emphasis on training and strengthening the core, meaning from your kneecaps to your sternum. The work that's done to train the hamstrings and quads and glutes and that core area as a place of power, as your center of power, is one of the significant changes I've seen, not just in basketball, but all sports. And it's benefited the athletes greatly and the overall athleticism. And then from a playing standpoint or on the floor standpoint, I think the three-point shot. I think that's been the biggest dramatic change in the game.
Here's Dellavedova. Henson with the screen, takes the three.
And haven't really been that sharp from beyond the arc. And they're only getting worse as we get closer to halftime.
And that one's good, Irving.
And that bucket adds to what has been a big difference in points in the paint between the two teams.
Yeah, it's really been quite a contrast. I like the way they're attacking the middle at their offensive end.
And it's sent back by Horford.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
And what I like about it, Greg, it's been a physical brand of basketball. It's had a little sandpaper element to it, gritty and rough, but that's how you win games. Obviously, I mean, it would go a long way if he's making his shots. Right now, they're behind, and they certainly could use his help.
Another bucket down low. They've been the aggressors, taking the ball inside and attacking at the rim.
You're exactly right. It's been all good at one end, and let's be diplomatic and just say not so good at the other end.
And so it's Milwaukee now. Dellavedova kicks to Snell. Just 5 on the clock. Launches it.
And they really haven't been able to get into any kind of an offensive flow this quarter.
It's Brown with the drive. Ojeleye, that's good. Ojeley's got 8 here in the quarter.
Yeah, that's the third bucket in a row from the paint. This defense needs to clog those lanes in the middle.
Now, here's Maker. 8 points for him. To the wing right side. Three-pointer, Dellavedova. Good on the three-point shot. Dellavedova's got 6 points.
And I like the fact that he really was unfazed by that scoreless first quarter, and now you can see him getting into a rhythm.
Irving can't get it to go. Bucks shooting under 40% all in all for the game. Dishes to Dellavedova. Middleton on the wing, guarded by Smart. Here's Dellavedova. The teardrop falls in. He's got 8.
And you know, Dellavedova can be quite unpredictable at times, especially when shooting that floater. That unpredictability plays to his advantage.
They are just killing him on the interior.
Yeah, you can't say that with enough emphasis. I mean, the defenders are just not being aggressive enough down low. You got to play with some physicality in the paint.
And stolen by Irving. And here comes Horford leading the fast break and finished off by Horford.
And that's how you make a steal count. Turn it into a quick slam at the other end.
It was really a case, it looked like Greg Anthony right there, if I can say so. It was really a case of a great defensive play triggering some instant offense.
Yeah, I remember GA as an irritant, and this guy, much like Greg, creating havoc out there.
He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
And, you know, Henson's height and length and reach makes him a force on the glass. He does a nice job chasing down those rebounds.
Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D just enough to keep him out of rhythm.
They get a hand on it. Out of bounds, Boston takes possession.
And checking out some numbers for Irving. Last season, he played outstanding. 3rd in free throw shooting. And he ranked in the top 15 in points per game, one of the league's premier offensive threats.
And just going back to his free throw efficiency, it's about confidence when you're at the line. You've always said it. He had it. That's how he ended up with the top 3 ranking. Milwaukee making a switch here. Ogden's checked in. Aaron Baines, he's checked in for the Celtics.
And Irving is comfortable running the offense. When a teammate's open, he's quick to whip it around and get him a good look.
And for Milwaukee, they're shooting a cool 28% in the second quarter. We've got 1:28 left in the second quarter. Back to Henson. And there's the pass to Brogdon. Down to 5 on the shot clock.
Jump ball. You too.
And so it's Boston with it. The Celtics shooting has been sensational. 75% for the game. Well, you look at the Bucks offense, and they were very hard to stop when they got going. Near the top of the league in effective field goal percentage, which is a huge statistic. They did so despite not taking many three-pointers compared to the other top teams.
Yeah, you think about it. They led the league in how many of their threes were assisted on, Kevin. About 90% of them. And while they would look to the three-point shot, it was the result of ball movement, which often led to a good look. Still their first look, though, back to that effective field goal percentage, was to get the ball inside. Defense has no answer for him. I mean, none. They look completely lost. He's been on fire.
Dellavedova from outside, and the three ball is good. Dellavedova's got 11 points in the quarter.
And they may be leaning a little too heavily on the three-pointer when there are better looks to be had inside.
Yeah, and it's one thing when your shots are falling from the perimeter, but when you go cold and things aren't going as well, you've got to get that thing inside. Mix it up a little bit.
And the call is going to be, yes, it is, an illegal screen.
Aggressiveness is fine, but you can't be this over-aggressive. I think he's got to dial it back some. They need him on the floor.
There's 39 seconds left to play here in the half. Here's Irving. The rebound by the Bucks. Maker's got his 5th rebound in this one. Dellavedova with the ball. 11 points in the game, but they'll get another chance.
There's another opportunity, and everything's going right for these guys.
And when he squares up, his height makes him a tough assignment.
Yeah, and he knows how to utilize that size. He takes advantage of it. And that's why he's able to take his time on these shots, because he knows he has that extra height advantage.
Both free throws good from Kyrie Irving.
I don't know if there's a player in the league that has better handles than Kyrie Irving. As a matter of fact, his handles are as good as any I've seen in the history of the game. Smooth, crafty, cunning. Man, it is so much a joy to watch this guy do his thing.
And so it's Boston, sitting at a lead of 40 points at the end of the quarter. Terrific play. They've had active hands and have forced a lot of turnovers in this one. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, Kevin. Coach, you're in a good position here at the break. What do you tell your team to make sure they don't let up?
Well, I don't think it's about letting up or playing better. It's just playing the right way. We just have to play good basketball. And we talked about it before the game. That's our goal going into the game. That doesn't change no matter what the score is. So that'll be the discussion at halftime.
Thanks very much, Coach. Back to you.
Thanks, David. And we'll be back shortly following halftime to get the third quarter underway.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back, folks. Ernie Johnson here alongside Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. What a game it's been for Kyrie Irving. He ended up with 26 points, 4 assists, and 1 rebound. Kenny, what's your take on Boston so far?
What a brilliant, unselfish half of basketball they just played. Their ball movement was absolutely impeccable. All in all, just beautiful basketball to watch.
And now, Shaq, let's get your opinion on Milwaukee.
Well, they gave up too many good looks. You look at the field goal percentage against them, this tells the whole story. Not enough activity defensively, not enough disruption, Ernie. Like Kenny disrupts me all the time, not enough disruption.
And that's all we can do for now. As the second half begins, we get you back to Kevin Harlan.
And as we welcome you back, we begin our second half. So far, not a tightly contested game, guys, but you know, anything can happen. You look at Kyrie Irving in this game, he has been everywhere.
And through the first 2 periods, it seemed he got to the paint whenever he wanted to, just a slasher's mentality.
Yeah, you know, good things happen when he cuts to the rim, Greg, and you cut into the heart of the defense like that, makes things easy.
And as we welcome you back, we begin our second half. So far, not a tightly contested game, guys, but you know, anything can happen. And for Milwaukee, they're shooting around 41% on the night. On the court for the Celtics, Smart and Brown outside on the wings. Tatum out there with Horford, and it's Irving in at the point guard. Goes up the baseline, and that one comes up a bit short. Here's Snell, guarded by Smart. Snell, the pass to Maker. That's tipped and stolen by Kyrie Irving. Here's Smart. The shot's good on the assist by Horford. And that's 23 points for Marcus Smart.
From that in-between range, they've been the much better team.
Well, when you knock down jumpers like that, it opens everything else up as well.
And you're not going to pass up that kind of.
Here's Irving. The rebound by the Bucks. On to Tacumbo's got 4 rebounds now tonight.
And with all the talk about Kyrie coming to Boston, you still have to figure how he'll fit in to the team. Has this year and next left on his contract, player option after that. But with his scoring and shooting, should make this offense even more potent.
And it's blocked by Brown. And pushing it up, here's Boston. Irving's got the ball. It's good. Irving's got 4 points this quarter.
You know, guys, fast break points right now in their favor, and they're really pushing the tempo.
And, Greg, defensively, you got to have better floor balance. and commitment to hustling back. I mean, you got to sprint back. You can't jog back.
And Irving comes to help. And stolen by Tatum. Inside. And Brown throws it down.
Boy, it's so much fun seeing Brown drop the hammer. Just an amazing dunker who bashes the basket.
The Bucks have gone 2 of 3 from the field to start the second half.
And when you put a player of Kyrie's ability into this Boston system, you have to expect good things. Irving does so much for himself and others. The longer he plays with the team, I think the more comfortable he'll become.
Great effort, terrific instincts. That's just solid all-around play, Kevin.
And Maker sends it back. And Middleton kicks to Brogdon. Outside, Antetokounmpo. And they double up Antetokounmpo. Back to Brogdon. Whistle on the play. Bucket's good. He'll go to the line.
How about battling through the impact there and then willing that basketball in?
Boy, it does your heart good to see that kind of determination in a player. Really excellent focus that time.
Irving double team. Rebound Giannis Antetokounmpo. Antetokounmpo's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Brogdon the pass to Maker. The dunk and the foul. A powerhouse move, and he's got a chance for one more at the line. It goes on Jason Tatum. Terry Rozier's checked in for Kyrie Irving. For Milwaukee, they have been coming through at the charity stripe. They've made 7 of their 8 attempts.
And their numbers from the line last season, they're good, just not great. About 77% as a team.
On offense, here are the Bucks. They've got an 8-0 run. Maker. Here's Antetokounmpo. And good work on the boards, and they pick up a second chance points. Antetokounmpo's got 16.
And I think down low is where Antetokounmpo is really so effective, using those long arms of his to get shots off over the defense, really at will.
Middleton inside the three-point line, and a great assist by Antetokounmpo as that one goes in.
Boy, that's impressive. I mean, not often do you see shots like this find the net. Fortunately, the basket got in the way.
No clue where that pass was going. That is a brutal turnover.
Monroe's checked in for the Bucks. Brogdon kicks to Antetokounmpo. Feeds to Middleton. And stolen by Tatum. Now the fast break. Tatum with the ball. Here's Brown, and finished off by Brown.
I think that's where Brown is at his best, guys. He's a muscular athlete who loves finishing strong through contact.
The Bucks have gone 7 of 10 on their field goal attempts here in the third. And taken away by Brown, and they're moving it up. Takes it into the teeth of the D and converts the layup. Brown's got 6 points in the quarter. And taking a quick look here at the hustle stats for the Celtics.
The activity level defensively, I've really been impressed with. They've been in attack mode on the defensive end.
Something that's also benefited them tonight are the turnovers they've forced and the points that have come along with those forced turnovers.
Here's Antetokounmpo.
Man, that was a remarkable pump fake from Antetokounmpo. I mean, he's really good at selling that shot fake.
The Bucks have knocked down 8 of 9 free throw attempts. I'd say those numbers read pretty well.
And one thing you notice with Giannis is just how much better this team is with him on the floor. What he brings on offense and defense is as huge as any player in our league.
Mirza Teletovic is checked in for Chris Middleton. Brogdon the pass to Antetokounmpo. Banked in off the glass. Antetokounmpo's got 20.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
And it's Brown missing. And Greg, with Giannis, the team is so much more dangerous with him on the floor offensively, and the numbers back it up.
Yeah, Giannis, one of the few difference makers who can impact the game on both ends. Causes a ton of turnovers with his D, but also can facilitate or carry a team with his offense.
And Tatum over to help. And it's Jason Tatum with the foul. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far.
And the next one puts him in the bonus.
Yep, they'll be trying to draw that next foul quickly so they can start getting those easy chances at the stripe.
On defense, the Celtics. Pass to Brogdon. Teletovic from outside. And a great assist by Brogdon as that one goes in. Brogdon's got assist number 7 for him tonight. Smart dishes to Brown. And then Brown with the dunk.
And guys, he's not an easy man to stop when he's got the rim in his sights.
Never has been, never will be. He is a determined finisher.
And guys, I like the fact that he chose the one-hand tomahawk slam because you get a little higher when you go off one hand and 1 foot.
Now a timeout called by Milwaukee.
That was a good time to call a timeout to try to settle everybody down and get back into their offensive rhythm. They've been coughing up the rock an awful lot.
The Celtics making a change here. Ojale is checked in. And a look here at the shot chart for Antetokounmpo.
Well, this is what you wanted to see from him. I mean, he's not settling for anything and is going right at the defender, taking the ball to the rim whenever he can. And the attitude he's had on offense is keeping his team flying around as his energy is contagious out there right now.
Second shot opportunity, and the layup is up and in. Rozier's got 6.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now, Greg, they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't happen.
Pretty early to be over the limit. That foul situation is something we want to keep an eye on.
And we watch Giannis out there. He just looked unstoppable, Greg, at times. The way he's able to attack the rim, the blend of size, speed, and length is just unparalleled in the NBA.
And it's the movement that throws you off with Giannis. One step, and he's gone from the 3 line to the rim. There isn't any way to stop someone that skilled who's that big.
And Tatum has those long orangutan arms, I call them. I mean, outstanding at keeping after it on the offensive glass. Those long arms help him get to a lot of balls.
And it's Jason Tatum with the foul. That will get him his 4th foul of the game, and due to the bonus, we will head to the line for 2.
Yeah, you know, Malcolm Brogdon was the 36th overall pick in 2016 out of Virginia. A little older than most rookies over the last decade and when they come into the league, but I tell you what, the Bucks got a real winner here. He's going to be a long-time, valuable player.
Got a hand on it, and he gets it back.
And the long reach of Antetokounmpo, I mean, stretches for days. And because of that, he's excellent at challenging shots.
And again, the Bucks miss. And for Brogdon, his age most likely a factor why he fell to the second round. Still, Clark, you know, the Bucks loved what he was about when they first met him coming out of the University of Virginia.
Yeah, hard not to love what he's about. Intelligent, focused, purposed, driven, skilled. I mean, his age may have worked against him in terms of where he was drafted, but it got him into a great spot for his long NBA career because he's going to have one.
Kept alive, Teletovic, and a good offensive board, and he gets the bucket. Teletovic has got 9.
And, you know, Teletovic does not back away from getting nasty on the glass. I mean, he's got 245 pounds on that frame, and he uses it to his advantage.
That is ferocious.
You said it. That was ferocious.
Ammonia strong, we call that. Wear that rim out.
And a great assist by Antetokounmpo as that one goes in. Teletovic has got 8 here in the quarter. Here's Brown. Antetokounmpo grabs the miss. Milwaukee has gotten 12 of their points from long range in the third quarter, going 4 of 5 shooting. Snell, no good. Boston dictating the flow. Shot from 12, and he hits the jumper for 2. Brown's got 10 points in just the second half.
It just seems like the more he touches it, the more the lead grows.
And taken away by Brown. Here's Horford, and it's Boston with another.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Clearly just an example of a different mindset between these teams.
Snell kicks to Brogdon. 5 on the clock. Back to Teletovic. The Bucks need to get a shot off here. Milwaukee, no good that time either.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Teletovic. John Henson's checked in for the Bucks. Matthew Dellavedova comes in for Malcolm Brogdon. And a change for the Celtics. Baines is checked in. Shoots off the screen. The shot, no good. The Bucks go the other way with it. And here is Dellavedova. 11 points in the game. It's stolen by Brown. From down in the low post, it goes. Brown's got 12 now in this quarter.
Hey guys, you're not going to slow down Brown when he's scoring the ball like this. I mean, he's simple.
He's putting on a show for these fans.
I can't believe he pulled that one out in the course of an actual game.
Well, when you know it, you got to show it.
And the Bucks, they're shooting an impressive 61% from the field in this third quarter. Dellavedova kicks to Antetokounmpo. Got a piece of it. And pushing it up, here's Boston. And then Brown with the dunk.
Well executed, and then you love the strong finish.
Fantastic speed on the break. Speed kills, showing no mercy in transition there, partner.
And there's the foul. It's on Jaylen Brown. That's his first foul of the game. In the bonus, we'll go to the free throw line.
Shoot 2.
That free throw, good from Dellavedova.
And you look at this Celtics roster, a bevy of long, athletic wing players. They seem to be taking a cue from teams like the Warriors, who have found success with defensive switching and positionless basketball.
Kyrie Irving's checked in for Jaylen Brown.
And the Celtics, as you see, are stockpiling wing forwards. Brown, Tatum, Hayward. And we're seeing those guys lining up at the 2, 3, and 4. It gives Brad Stevens tremendous roster versatility.
Henson with the screen. Nice ball movement by Milwaukee. And that's good. Matthew Dellavedova for 3. Dellavedova's got 16 points.
And you can see the play calling this half. Another one from distance.
Well, they're dialed in, locked and loaded from outside the arc. It's all about the triple so far.
Antetokounmpo kicks to Dellavedova. .109 left to play here in the third.
And that's a pure hustle play, getting to the offensive glass for the tip-in.
And that's the kind of quality you see in any strong offensive rebounder, isn't it?
Definitely. You're not going to make plays like that unless you expend the energy.
It's Antetokounmpo on the wing. Here's Monroe, and there are the Bucks with another bucket.
Nice precision from the mid-range from Monroe. Really good at measuring his jump shots.
Irving for 3. Rebound, Milwaukee. They've got the Hawks ahead of them in their next game, and it's in Atlanta. That'll be just one game played away from home for them. Here's Snell. He has 7. And Irving comes to help. 23 seconds left to play in the third. Dellavedova from outside. And Baines pulls it down. Baines has got 6 rebounds now in the game. And that one, good. 34 points for Kyrie Irving.
Yeah, putting on some kind of show here tonight. Irving, a relentless scorer.
Here's Antetokounmpo. pulled the shot a little left, but the bounce goes his way.
Defensively, this is what you know. He's coming off a hot game and looking to keep it rolling.
As well he should, Greg. I mean, he always is looking to score the ball, even more so when he's hot. I like the mindset.
It could go. Oh, and the buzzer beater's good.
And they make sure to get the last shot of the quarter there. Nicely done.
Yeah, excellent execution that time, partner. Don't want to give the opponent any time to get them back.
What a performance for Kyrie Irving. He has been the story for the Boston Celtics, and his big game just keeps getting bigger. That quarter sees him get over 30 points. Don't go any. Welcome back. Fourth quarter action starting up in what has been a one-sided show. Boston shooting 66% right now. This offense getting everything they want out there. Maker out there with John Henson. And there's Terry. Then there's Brown. And it's Vaughn in at the two-guard spot. That's the group for Milwaukee right now. And for Milwaukee, they're shooting pretty good tonight at 48%. Well, the NBA has made some adjustments to prevent the hack-a-shack strategy, fouling big men who can't make free throws. It still happens. Clark, is it always going to be a part of the game, do you think?
I think it will be part of the game, and I don't necessarily like it. I would much rather see the rule be changed because I think it just enhances the quality of the product. Some would argue the strategy should be on board for poor free throw shooters. I disagree.
Rebounded by Maker. Maker's got 8 rebounds in this game. Terry in the corner. To the inside. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there. Well, Thon Maker is a project player, Clark, for his team, taken 10th overall in the 2016 draft. Has great size and he moves well, but it's going to be a few years before he gets to where he needs to be.
I agree with you, but with big guys, you can afford to be patient when you see that they have a work ethic and a commitment to getting better, are willing to learn and grow, and then you factor in his athleticism and size. I think it's a weight that's going to pay big dividends for the Bucks.
He's perfect from the line this time.
And, you know, last season the Bucks, showing their resilience as a team quite nicely, looked to be falling out of the picture in early February, but then came on strong to snag a playoff spot in the East.
Here's Terry. The shot off that time, so the Celtics will take it the other way. Here's Nader, and he drops in the layup off the glass. Nader's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Wow, what a pass there. He made that a very easy basket with that setup.
You know, the Bucks really did look dead in the water for a bit before the All-Star break. Lost Jabari Parker, being 8 games under 500. But boy, the month of March, 14-4, they really rallied.
Yeah, they found themselves in a big way. And despite losing Parker, they got some players back at the same time. And it wasn't a big change in the team. They just bared down against the challenge and adversity. A lot of close wins, and the team really started to gain confidence by virtue of winning those close games.
Ball stolen.
Turnovers weren't a story for them early on, but that's changed. And now they're definitely having trouble keeping possession and momentum. No hesitation at all in transition, and they have a huge margin in that department.
Fast breaks yield easy buckets, guys. They've made the most of their chances in that regard. The defense not able to get set. You get a running start to the rim, you should get a good number of scoring chances that way.
Tice, and he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him. It's on Thon Maker, and he knocks down the first one. Both shots good from the stripe. Officials have been scrutinized by players and coaches and analysts alike for as long as the games have been played. Clark, just how hard is it to be an official in the NBA?
Kevin, harder than I can really articulate. When you think about the number of calls, the speed and strength and athleticism of the players, the dimensions of the court being such a confined space for 10 extremely athletic, powerful players. All of that speaks to me in this way. The NBA officials are fantastic. Yes, they make mistakes, but all human beings make mistakes, and that human element should always be part of the game. I like technology aiding the officials, but I don't ever want to see us eliminate the human element of officiating.
Here's Vaughn, defended by Allen, and the basket by Maker. For Boston, they've gone 3 of 8 here in the fourth quarter. Nader, some solid defense from Brown.
Now that's superb defense in low. I mean, they played it well. Not easy trying to alter these shots without fouling the shooter, and that's a good job of doing both.
All these open threes they're giving up have really been the driving force on this run.
Hey, that reach of Henson, remarkably long, unbelievably long, and that allows him to wipe away shots effectively.
Terry outside. At the top of the key, Maker puts it up from 12. And another shot, and it's finished off inside by Henson.
Yeah, no question who's been the aggressor on the offensive glass.
Yeah, they have the advantage, a big one in second chance points. Those extra possessions really help an offense, and it demoralizes the defense.
Terry outside. He kicks to Maker, top of the key. And Baines pulls it down.
Nobody even close to him, and he can't believe he doesn't knock it down.
Boston again missing. And it's the Bucks ball. They've scored 10 straight. Here's Brown. Here's Maker. Kicks it out to Terry. And a miss there on the triple.
And out of rhythm offensively, but he continues to work at it.
Yeah, you know what? I think eventually he will find his rhythm because he is off right now, but all it takes is one hoop, and you're back in rhythm.
Vaughn gets the bucket.
Wow, something's brewing, guys. The three-pointers just continue to flow.
Yeah, they've had a great second half from long range, Greg. I mean, things are definitely starting to look up for them.
Time called here. The Celtics decide to talk it over. And a big story for the Bucks team is that they are slated to play their last season here at the BMO Harris Bradley Center. And then starting in 2018, they'll be playing next door at what should be a beautiful complex.
Yeah, and it was part of the plan to keep the Bucks happy and playing here in Milwaukee. Goal is to have the venue act as a new centerpiece for the downtown district, and it seems like a fantastic place to build a state-of-the-art NBA arena.
Big group substitution here for Milwaukee. And Antetokounmpo's checked in for John Henson. Chris Middleton comes in for Brown. Tony Snell's checked in for Rashad Vaughn. And Malcolm Brogdon subbed in for Jason Terry. Shot to end this cold run. And Irving with the lay-in. Good. Irving's got 10 points here in the second half.
And they're really in a good position here, thanks in part to the way he's been able to score the basketball.
Brogdon kicks to Antetokounmpo. Clark, when you played, you were the classic power forward. Forwards now are asked to do so much in terms of skill set on the floor. Just how much has that forward position changed in the last few decades?
You know, in some ways, Kevin, it's become a little more specialized. I mean, you have wing players now that fall into that small forward category. But guys between 6'6" and 6'10" now are playing on the wing, which means you've got to be able to move your feet and defend. Versatile players at that position. You've got to be able to handle the ball and make plays ideally, get shots, score the ball, and rebound effectively. So that's always been, I thought, the 2 and 3 positions, which are wings now. Those positions are the most demanding in the league in terms of both sides of the ball. The power forward position has become somewhat like that now because of the size and versatility and skill set of so many of those bigger players. But I think the demands are pretty much the same. The one thing that changed is the fact that you have to play out on the floor more and in space, which means you've got to be a little more athletic if you're going to be part of a small ball lineup.
Monroe's checked in for the Bucks. Out of bounds, Milwaukee takes possession. And it's Milwaukee's ball. They're on a 16-4 run right now. Screen by Monroe. That's tipped. And Smart with a clear path to the hoop. And slam dunk by Smart.
Well, I like that he shows no hesitation there.
Well, that's as easy as it gets, quite honestly. Riding solo and coasting all the way to the rack. No simpler than that.
Brogdon kicks to Monroe. Brogdon against Irving. That's a 2 from Snell. And a big bounce off the rim, but it sinks right in.
And he's shaking off that slow start, giving them a boost here in the second.
Up again. Rebounded by Maker. Milwaukee has gotten 8 shots off from three-point land and hit half of them. To the middle. Baines with the block. And now with the fast break, Smart with the ball. The putback controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
Way to work the glass, buffet style. Second chance buckets. They can make a big difference.
The Bucks shooting in the fourth quarter has looked shabby, 38%. Brogdon kicks to Maker, and the dunk by Maker.
He just bangs down the one-hander.
2 very easy points right here.
He'll take those all day long.
Here's Irving, rebounded by the Bucks. Monroe's got 6 rebounds now in the game. Snell kicks to Brogdon. And the whistle blows on the backcourt violation. He went over and back.
And all the turnovers, guys, are hurting his team. I mean, he's continuing to just give the ball away.
And the Bucks with some changes. Henson's checked in for Monroe. Mirza Teletovic comes in for Maker. And it's Matthew Dellavedova in for Tony Snell. The Celtics also with a sub. Tatum, he's checked in for Aaron Baines. For 3, Brogdon. Good, and the assist goes to Middleton. Brogdon's got 21 in the game.
That gives him his second 3 of the half with 3 total for the game.
Boston, no good that time either. Bucks trail by 21. Over in the corner, Dellavedova passes to Henson. Now the feed to Middleton. Nice ball movement by Milwaukee. Clock at 6. Brogdon kicks to Dellavedova. He tries for 3. Rebounded by the Celtics. Smart's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Out of bounds. Milwaukee takes possession. A different look for Milwaukee. Monroe's checked in for Henson. Antetokounmpo comes in for Mirza Teletovic. And Tony Snell subbed in for Matthew Dellavedova. Bucks shooting here about 46% for the game. Antetokounmpo kicks to Monroe. And Irving comes to help. Knocked away. And stolen by Kyrie Irving. And Smart the bucket on the assist by Irving. And that's now 27 points for Marcus Smart.
Well, it's fun watching Irving share the ball. I mean, when he concentrates on running the offense, this team is really dangerous.
And how about that? What a sensational finish.
Hey, you got to be able to get some hang time to do that one.
Yeah, to glide in and reverse it home like that, so sweet.
And he can smell blood in the water. Excellent finish.
Yeah, no let up. The killer instinct on display, trying to put this team away. I love the tenacity.
Now a timeout called by Milwaukee. And the NBA has tinkered with the All-Star voting in recent years. Fans no longer get 100% of the say for the starters. Clark, how do you feel about that change?
I like it. I mean, again, the fans desire to be involved and should have an opportunity to be engaged in the voting because they're so important to the success and popularity of the league. So I like the fans having a piece of the voting. 100% is far too much, so I think the fact that you've got it weighted between fans and those who follow the league closely, along with coaches, is about the right blend to me.
And now let's present our Jordan Player of the Game, Jason Tatum.
And his percentage from the field tonight seems almost made up. I didn't think it was possible to have that kind of success shooting the basketball. You need a little bit of luck, a bunch of hard work, and a whole lot of talent.
Teams need contributions from everybody to win on the road, not just the stars. And he's done more than his share tonight, an outstanding performance. So it's the Bucks now. Snell kicks to Brogdon. Buries it from three-point range. Brogdon's got 6 in the quarter.
This guy knows how to get it done. He knows what he's doing out there. A nice job from the three-point line this half.
And some guys just have a nose for scoring, and this one couldn't have been any easier.
Yeah, that was actually no defense at all there, Greg. I mean, layups don't come any easier than that. I mean, they're piling it on now.
Screen by Monroe. Snell, the pass to Brogdon. And another basket for Milwaukee.
I really like how Monroe is not afraid of using his body to screen for his teammates. I mean, demonstrating how seriously he takes the responsibility of being a leader for his team. That's part of it, giving your body up for your teammates.
And every move he makes looks like the right one at this point.
No doubt about it, Greg. I mean, the game comes so naturally to him, easily. I mean, helping to expand their lead as they try to close this one out, he's doing it.
Irving can't hit. The Bucks shooting at a 46% clip in the fourth quarter. Pass to Brogdon. Three-pointer. Good, and the assist goes to Middleton. Brogdon's got 29 in the game.
How about the court vision of Middleton? Just so good at finding the open man.
It's Solenbad to Kumbo.
And guys, what we saw here tonight is one side having everything going for them. Huge margin of victory for Boston.
The coaching staff must be happy that they controlled their turnovers so well in this game.
Excellent self-control and patience tonight.
And every win important. And this one will go down as win number 3.
And with this win now, we're all square, 1-1. 2 more games yet to come in what's proving to be a very competitive season series.
Well, I tell you, look at these teams, Greg. They're very evenly matched. This could be one of the better in-conference battles we see this season.
And what a tremendous standout performance it was for Jason Tatum.
He was everywhere, defensively, offensively. The effort we saw from him tonight, I think, was the difference.
And up the court come the Bucks on the break. The shot by Brogdon wide open. The three-pointer no good. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here. And the Celtics franchise with the league-leading 17 NBA championships, their last in 2008.
Yeah, and with the talent and assets they possess, they might be in the hunt for banner number 18 before you know it. One of the beasts of the East, without question.
Here's what Milwaukee's going with right now. John Henson's checked in for Monroe. Mirza Teletovic comes in for Chris Middleton. And it's Matthew Dellavedova in for Tony Snell. A nice shot by Irving.
Tremendous effort here on the road. That plane ride home is going to be sweet.
No doubt about it, partner, but unfortunately the flip side of that coin, the drive home for the hometown fans, going to be rather flat.
Teletovic in the corner. And Teletovic throws it down.
Well, you know, Kevin, he's 6'9", so it does not take much for Teletovic to ram it down.
There's 14 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Out of bounds, Milwaukee takes possession.
And that was the last thing they needed. Now the clock is stopped and they put them on the line.
Yeah, and I'm confident Coach was reminding everybody, don't foul at the start of that possession. Obviously, he didn't get the message.
That one is no good.
And Dellavedova is a hard-nosed guy, a tough guy, somebody who hustles for loose balls all the time. His teammates absolutely love his energy.
And so it's Boston easily grabbing this one. To come into an opponent's building and dominate the way they did tonight says, I think, Greg, an awful lot about this team.
I guess they don't need home cooking to feel at home. I mean, Kevin, just a masterful performance all the way around.
And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks, Kevin. With Kyrie Irving, it's early in the season, so what's the most important thing to getting off on the right foot?
Great days of practice, honestly, and being prepared. Always communicating and trusting each other. That's going to be the biggest word for us this year is trust. Like I said, consistency and trust. That's it.
We will see. It's a long season if you can get that done, Kyrie. Thank you. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that'll do it, folks. For David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, and Clark Kellogg, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for being with us. So long, everyone.